New polling in Texas races. It's February 11th, 2026, and these are your headlines. A new statewide survey from the Hobby School of Public Affairs at the University of Houston shows competitive Republican primaries, a likely U.S. Senate runoff, and Republican advantages heading into 2026. Now, in the Attorney General race, Representative Chip Roy is leading at 33%, followed by State Senator Mays Middleton at 23%. State Senator Joan Huffman received 13%, with 25% still undecided in that race. In the Comptroller primary, former State Senator Don Huffines leads with 33%. Railroad Commissioner Christy Craddock has 21%, and Interim Comptroller Kelly Hancock, who is endorsed by Governor Greg Abbott, is showing 13% in this poll. Abbott-backed Nate Sheets trails Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller 48-18, and the U.S. Senate primary appears headed to a runoff. Attorney General Ken Paxton's leading at 38%, ahead of Senator John Cornyn at 31% and Representative Wesley Hunt at 17%. Now, in general election matchups, Republicans hold narrower leads at the federal level, while Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick maintain mid-single-digit advantages statewide. Early voting begins February 17th in the primaries. Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed a lawsuit against Snapchat, alleging the company misled parents about Snapchat safety while exposing minors to sexual content, drugs, profanity, and addictive features. Filed in Collin County, the lawsuit claims that Snap, that's the company that owns Snapchat, violated the Texas Deceptive Trade Practices Act and the SCOPE Act. The state argues Snapchat is marketed as appropriate for users 12 and up, despite an investigation showing a 13-year-old test account could easily access explicit sexual material, drug-related content, and suicide-themed videos. The suit also targets features such as snap streaks, infinite scrolling, autoplay, and disappearing messages, alleging they are designed to create behavioral addiction in teens. Paxton is seeking civil penalties of up to $10,000 per violation, along with court orders to halt those alleged practices.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
Strange story this morning as Texans woke up to see that the Federal Aviation Administration had lifted the temporary closure of airspace over El Paso International Airport just hours after putting it in place, saying there's no threat to commercial aviation and that flights resumed normal operations. The FAA announced a 10-day shutdown of airspace around the airport just hours earlier for what it described as special security reasons. During that period, no flights were permitted to take off, land, or pass through El Paso airspace. Fox News reported that aircraft violating the restriction could have faced deadly force if deemed an imminent threat. The restriction also extended to nearby Santa Teresa, New Mexico. The abrupt closure fueled widespread speculation online, with some comparing it to airspace restrictions imposed after the September 11th attacks. In the latest update this morning, the FAA confirmed the restriction had been lifted and emphasized that commercial travel is safe. Officials have not officially disclosed the reason for the original shutdown, though reports suggest possible cartel drone activity near the border. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.